Hola chicos, ¿cómo estás? In today's video, I will show you how to create this really cool, crazy, dizzy rotation effect in Adobe After Effects. And I must say that this video has been inspired by Alex Puchach. I will link you his page up here. I found his video really creative that I had to recreate it. Now that I'm living here in Spain, I thought it would be a really cool opportunity to show off a few different locations in the same similar style. And as I'm in Spain now, I thought I would blend in a little bit better with the stash. Do let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, do you find these tutorials helpful, but you still feel like you're missing the big picture? I created the Next Level Editing University to give you the exact blueprint you need to create awesome videos from start to finish without feeling overwhelmed. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, do check it out with the link in the description below. Alright, without further ado, let's open up Adobe After Effects and get started. So if you want to follow along with this tutorial using the exact same footage as me, you can do so by downloading that for free with the link in the description below. I also have an audio track which is from Artlist.io. If you want to check out their library, I will also link you that in the description below, but I cannot share that with you in this project file. So we're going to be using this music track to apply our effect to. So we have a few recordings, and as you can see, all of the recordings are recorded on a full frame camera, which means that it has a lot of space around it. And in the end, we only want to end with a vertical version of the shot. The reason that we have recorded this is because we need a lot of rotations to be done, and we want to have more information on the sides. So I will click and drag one of the clips into a new composition. And so for each clip, I essentially want to stabilize the motion to my body. As you can see, if we play through this clip, we'll just quickly change this to quarter so we can play this back a little bit faster. You can see that I'm doing a little dance like this. I'm doing this pretty slow, so everything stays sharp and we don't have too much motion blur in our shot. So once you have your shot imported in a new composition, we want to go over to Effects and Presets and search for Mocha AE. Apply this to your footage and change your resolution back to full. Go to the beginning of your clip and then click on the logo for the Mocha AE. In Mocha, we're going to click this X-Line tool and we're going to select and scroll up to zoom in a little bit. We're just going to select my upper body like this. And then right click to finish the selection. I'm also going to uncheck skew here. So we only have position, scale, and rotation enabled. And we're at the beginning of our timeline. Now we can click on the track forward button. Let it do its thing in the background and come back once this is done. Once that has been done, and you see that the track went well, we can close Mocha AE and save this. And then go over to the tracking data and click the button Create Track Data, invert it, and apply this through the transform, export option, transform, and apply it to the layer that we have right here. And just click apply export. And now you should see something like this. One thing that we want to do is press R on the keyboard, click on the rotation, so all of the keyframes are selected. And then we're going to lower this value to 0. You can hold Control to do small adjustments, like this. So now we zeroed everything out and we have our stance in the beginning. And then as I move, the background will follow my track position. So basically we stabilized our upper body here. Now we can click on this footage, go to the beginning. Also press P on the keyboard and click on the position here. We can also center this out completely. And now we move on to the next one. We're going to bring this into a new composition as well. And again, open up Mocha AE with full resolution here. Mocha AE, apply this. Click on the logo. Click on the X-Spline tool, zoom in here. Make a selection. Something like this. Remove skew. Track forward. Once this track is done, we can again close Mocha here. Go into track data, create track data, invert it, select transform, select the layer, go to the first part, or go to the beginning of your timeline and apply the export. Press R on the keyboard, click on the rotation, hold Ctrl and shift this over to 0. And there we go. So now we have 2 video clips done. We have 2 more to do. So I will import the pool here and do the same thing for the pool shot and the sea shot. I'll see you once that is done. So now I've done all of the 4 shots. And what I want to do now is go through all of the shots and press S on the keyboard on the footage. Make sure it's set to 100 and click on the stopwatch to remove all the keyframes for the scale. Go to the other shots, press S and disable it each time. You can also manually set it back to 100. Press S on the keyboard. And there we go. So now we have all the shots prepared. Once you've done that, we can create a new composition right here. Create new. And we're going for a width of 1080 and a height of 1920. This is going to be my real main, and we're going to set the frame rate to 25 seconds and a length of 30 seconds, which we will probably end up using a shorter video. Click OK. Now we can import each composition in here. And there we go. We're also going to click on our audio track and import that as well. Press L twice on the keyboard rapidly, and that will show you the waveform of your song. You can trim it until this part, for example, and do a preview. I'm also going to set my resolution here to quarter so we can preview everything quicker and fit everything to the composition here. So we can disable all of the other ones. We're just going to focus on the first one, which is the colored houses. So I disabled it all the eyes here. I just have one eye enabled for this shot. We can also move these over to the right. We can right click, go to time and enable time remapping. We can also check the title action save by clicking and hovering here, title action save, and center myself to that position. Now we can also see why we recorded this in a full frame. We scale this down. We have a lot of information here, but the rotation will cut off the corners. So make sure that it's covered at all times. And this looks good. So we need to create a keyframe at ourselves standing straight. Then we need to move forward to this part here, and actually I will move myself up a little bit, just like this. About right here, we're going to create another keyframe, and about right here, another keyframe. You can delete this keyframe and just shorten our clip until this part. Now we have ourselves standing up, moving to the right, and moving to the left. Sometimes it might be that you're not perfectly centered. In that case, you can go back to your footage, press U on the keyboard, and remove the position and rotation. Right click and go for transform reset. And instead of using Mocha, you can delete this. We can try to use the tracker here and go for stabilize motion. That will open up a new layer right here. We can choose my face here. And then also enable rotation in the stabilize motion and select a part of my shirt. And then simply track it forward through here. And there we go. Go to the beginning of your clip, simply click apply and OK. And check how this looks. You can go to quarter. And this time the centration, it's a lot more centered. So these are just 2 techniques that you can use to stabilize your footage. Let's go back to our main composition here. Now we can see that we're at all times centered. Perfect. So now I want to be standing. Let's say I want to stand here at the drop. And right here, I want to be at the right. So we just move over the keyframes. Right here we stand, and then right here, we are going to rotate to the left. Copy this keyframe, Ctrl C. And now on each beat, we are going to paste this. So now we can copy the last two keyframes. One where I'm bent over to the right, one where I'm bent over to the left. And then on each beat, we're just going to paste this until we are done with our clip. I'm just going to move these over, and instead of going to the left here, I'm just going to copy the right here in this position, because that will give it more fluent. And now on these little kind of glitches in this track, we can also create keyframes just on the moment. And maybe right here. And then we can select all of these keyframes, except for the first one. We're going to right click, keyframe assistance, easy ease. And that's just going to give it a slow stop and start each time that we have this animation. And it should make it a little bit more fluid. And right here, the song changes a bit. So what I want to do is give it a rotation to the right. So I'll take a new clip, maybe the pool, enable it and bring it over here. And essentially we want to do the same thing here. So we're going to right click, time, enable time remapping, create a keyframe on where I'm standing. Create a keyframe where I'm completely bent over to the right. Around here, completely to the left. And so we're going to do the same thing, move these over. Like so. Copy these last two keyframes and paste them each time. Like this. Select all of these keyframes, right click, keyframe, assistance, easy ease. And then on the moment that we want to do this, switch to the new clip. Let's do a little preview here. We of course also want to scale this down. And if you want, you can go back to your first clip. And wherever you are standing, you can hold Control, press R on the keyboard, and then click from this and drag down to the top of your head, from here to the bottom of your feet. And then from the left here, we're also going to make a little box, just like so, to get an ID where I'm supposed to be. On this new clip, you can just reposition myself, press S, scale it down, place yourself, and average in the same location. And then you can hold Control, press R again to remove this, and hold Control, and then also press the dot comma here. That's going to remove the guidelines that you can now see your clip clearly, and you're kind of in the same place. Now on this shot, I'm bent over to the right. So what I'll do is offset myself here, bend over to the right as well. So that way it's a lot more fluid, a lot more organic. And so the motion goes from the camera this kind of way. So it goes to the right clockwise. What we'll do is then right click, go to layer, new, and create an adjustment layer, rename it rotation. And then we're going to search in the effects and presets here for the transform effect and apply the transform to this adjustment layer. And right here on this position, we're going to create a keyframe for the stopwatch. And right here as well, we're going for one full rotation. Press U on the keyboard. Right here we have 0. and we do a full rotation here. Going to select both of these keyframes, right-click Keyframe Assistance, Easy Ease. We're also going to jump into the graph editor for this, select these 2 points, and then bring this to the left or to the right, and this one to the left. And that should give you a nice transition. And if it doesn't feel like it's vibing, try the other way, minus 360. We can also disable use composition shutter angle and go for 180 in the shutter angle to create some motion blur. Just play around a little bit until you find something that you like, and you can also offset these a little bit. Okay, so this looks smooth. And then right here again, we're going to click and rotate it as well to a new one. So now we have the palm trees, move these in and enable it. And again, we can hold Control plus and comma, press S on the keyboard, scale it, position it in the same location here, so it looks kind of the same. There we go. And let's disable it. Right here, we are bent over to the right. So here we're going to do the same thing, bend over to the, well, to the left. We're also going to right-click, time, enable time remapping. We have one on standing. I'm also going to solo this clip real quick so it goes a little bit faster. And that will be right here. Create a keyframe. And right here, create a keyframe. You can move these over. And so in this case, we need to begin with this point. And then we're going to copy and paste this one over here. Copy both of these and paste them. Just a few times, select all of these, right click, easy ease. There we go. You can also do that with F9 on the keyboard. And we're just going to trim it up until here. Okay, so this looks great as well, but as you can see, it goes up and down. So what we'll do is jump into this layer as well. Go to the beginning and press U on the keyboard. Delete all of these points, delete Mocha here. And right-click, transform, reset. And we need to re-stabilize it. So click on Stabilize Motion. Like this. And then move it over here. A little bit bigger. And click rotation. Let's say this part here, make it a little bit bigger, smaller, set it to full resolution so we have a high quality video. And we're going to drag this forward. So drag down, click here on Analyze Forward, and that should stabilize it better this time. And then once that is done, we can simply go to the beginning here and scroll down, apply, click OK. And that should do the trick. You can close this layer and reposition it how we like. And this is more like it. Okay. And all I want to do here is extend it a little bit more until here. And we are going this time again clockwise. So what I will do is go here to the beginning. And this goes counterclockwise. So click here. And let's go for 0. It looks kind of okay. Let's try. That looks great. And now we have one more to do. That's the C shot here. Enable this as well. Right click, time, enable time remapping. Go to the moment. where I'm bent over fully to the right. Right here, create a keyframe. And now fully to the left, right here, and create a keyframe. Go to the moment where I'm standing, press S on the keyboard, scale it down, and reposition. That's great. Okay. Now we're going to look again at the other clip, disable it. This is to the right, so we need to go to the right here. And then on this beat, we want to be on the left. Select both of these keyframes, Ctrl C, paste, paste, paste. And there we go. And select all of these keyframes, right click, keyframe, easy ease. And again, do a rotation here, copy these keyframes, paste them over here, and go from this value. So actually we need to right click, keyframe assistance, time reverse these keyframes, and now they should rotate the other way. And if you feel like the rotation still isn't perfect, you can also right click and just reverse these parts to see how that goes. So after playing around with time remapping and the rotation transition, you should end up with something like this. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you might be interested in watching my other videos like the one right here. Apart from that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay notified when I upload new videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, create epic videos.